My name is Brandon, and this is my audience. Today I will be talking about whether or not Hawaii should require labeling on all GMO agriculture and food imports. Have you ever wondered what's in your food, or what's in the food you eat? According to the Huffington Post, 70% of our corn farmland is genetically engineered, and also 93% of our soy farmland is genetically engineered. They genetically engineer plants to resist pesticides, herbicides, and also to increase crop yields. Although more crops sounds good, would you really want to be eating something that's genetically altered? A GMO, or a genetically modified organism, is a organism that has been has a DNA that's artificially altered to produce foreign compounds. See, not only is our agriculture genetically altered, but our livestock is also being fed with the genetically engineered food. And also, with all the cross-contamination, how can you be sure that the food you consume is really safe? They say it's about 80% of the processed food in your local grocery store contains genetically modified ingredients, according to Grocery Manufacturers Association. Some common genetically modified foods are wheat, rice, oilseed, rape or canola oil, squash, tomato, potatoes, soybeans, alfalfa, and cotton. The U.S. is the largest producer of genetically modified crops. Normally our food would go under strict testing before it's approved, but because industry experts say that because most of the approval comes from the companies genetically altering the plants, that's why they approve them. Also, because there's so much genetically altered foods and little to no labeling, most people eat them without realizing it. Are GM foods safe? Some of the risks that they have associated with GM foods is they tested on rats, and they found out that they had large tumors and also intestinal damage. The long-term effects on humans is currently unknown, but they're still working on that. Other studies are currently trying to connect genetically modified foods to cancer, diet-related issues, cancer, and also autism. Cross-contamination happens very often, meaning genetically engineered foods or crops contaminate non-genetically altered crops. Also, allergens and toxins to food can be created. For example, if someone was allergic to either of the crops they used to modify one of the other crops, then that new modified crop someone could have an allergic reaction to it, and they wouldn't know why. So another problem is biodiversity, which occurs when the balance of wildlife and the environment is changed. Although GMOs are seemingly harmless, they should be monitored, and also all GMO products should require labeling. Some benefits of GMOs, however, are that they could possibly be the answer to world hunger. By genetically modifying the crops, farmers not only have a larger yield, but also they also have pest and disease-resistant plants, which could be extremely beneficial in that. Beneficial in that farmers could grow twice as much and also harvest twice as much without having to worry about losing their crops to pests and diseases and all that. Also, they've come up with a drought-resistant corn, which means that the corn isn't completely drought resistant, but it uses less water to thrive. So with less watering, you can get more crops. You use less water, you save money and all that. But with all these advances, GMOs could be what saves the world from starvation, but can we really be certain that they're safe? Although GMOs seem to be the answer to world hunger, it could also be the cause of sicknesses, diseases, and even death. I believe that Hawaii should require labeling on all GE products. Also, there needs to be stricter regulations and testings on genetically modified food. If the effects are unknown, what makes them so safe to consume in the first place? So I believe that companies should give the consumers a choice, and that they should label the products, and the consumers can choose whether or not they want to eat it. Let's see. I believe that as consumers, we have the right to know what's in our food, and if GMOs could possibly kill us, I think that they should either label the foods that they have GMOs, or they should just stop with the GMOs until they know that they're safe or not. Are there any questions?
How long has they have, I guess, GMO products been on the market? Can they pinpoint when they started that?
That is a huge
Good question.
I do not know the answer to that.
It's probably been a while though.
I could imagine it's been for a good amount of time, at least a couple of years. Are there any other questions?
Why are GMOs an issue for the environment?
They're an issue for the environment because not only biodiversity, but cross-contamination is also a problem. By cross-contamination, the non-GMOs would be affected by the GMO products, therefore creating more GMO products and more problems. Are there any other questions?
So what can we as consumers do to tell them that they need to put labels so that we know what we're eating?
Well, there are some products that actually have labels. The ones that you know are for sure safe are they'll say USDA organic, which means that it's organic according to the USDA standards, which means that it goes under more testing, and it's also, they use completely organic products. They don't have any cross-contaminated products with them, or if there is any kind of genetically altered products, it's just trace amounts, so it's not harmful, but there's still some parts, or some amounts in it, but it's not harmful. Any other questions?
Why is labeling GMOs so hard to do?
I feel like if they let the consumers know what products have GMOs in them, then they wouldn't buy them, because it's bad for you, so they'd be like, oh, I don't want that. And then on top of that, the organic foods are more expensive, so it might cause problems with certain people. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.